Alright, so, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, I went to Matsuri Saturday, Sunday. I filmed absolutely nothing. I just went and enjoyed it. I took my camera, took everything, but yeah, I just went and enjoyed it, and I didn't film anything. So, you won't see much about that. However, it did inspire me to go get this 8.6 sorted, because I got Steez this weekend coming, and I wanna get the 8.6 registered and taken out to that. But it also means I want to hurry up and weld this diff and go drifting again, because I haven't been drifting. I haven't driven in years. Like, I had one skid pad session, like a wet pan session, probably about a year ago. I said I'm gonna get out every quarter and do this, and I just haven't. So all I'm away is I mean, realistically, I don't even need the coilovers. I just cut the springs and weld the diff, like every P plater. It's free. It's right there. Why not? So yeah, I'm gonna start getting this 8.6 prepped, which means I gotta fix that rust hole in the back and give it a bit of paint, and then yeah. Also, there's 5 days left for my post a video every day for a month. It's been a bit of a challenge. Some days I'm just absolutely cooked, but you know, you gotta post a video, get into it, get something done, get it out there. Otherwise, I've got some house and yard work to do first, and then this afternoon, this evening, we'll get stuck into this 8.6, and we'll get it prepped and ready, and then I'll hopefully get registration for it Monday, Tuesday. So we'll see. Well, since I'm the king of making messes, I get this cleaned up, then we'll back this in here, and we'll start on that part there. See if we can't get that looking nice. Alright, so we got it cleaned up a little bit, got the car in here. I'm just going to back this bar off a little bit so I can get in there and work properly. I'm going to take this tail light out as well, and that way I'll have access to it and I can fix it up good and proper. So just a couple of bolts there. There usually is some in the side there as well, but they were taken out and lost, so it helps close that gap up when you've got them. So if you got it in there, it's supposed to look like that, but they're not in there, so both sides it's kind of bulging out. So yeah, alright, there you go, bar is backed off. Now we can, well, start to worry about sanding that. I'm going to take that tail light out first though. Yeah, I probably should. I've already got bog on it, so we'll give that a clean up, and I'll worry about sanding that. Alright, and so we have our tail light out. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess here, so I'm going to give all this a sand back and straighten it up, clean up all of this, make it nice and neat, and give it a quick paint job. So yeah. Alright, and after a little bit of sanding, you can see I'm a bit lazy, but voila, we have some primer down. I'm going to do another layer of primer, and then I'm going to put some red over it, and then probably another set of red. Maybe clean up some of this dirt, dust and shit. Otherwise, halfway there. The other spot that I have to worry about is in the door here, just down there. I don't know if you can see it too well, but I'm going to have to give that a sand back and a lick of paint. And then she is good as golden, my friend. Yes. Alright, so I have two issues with this digital dash currently. One is this LED. you can sort of see it on camera there, is flickery, which means there's not much chop, so we need to pull it out, switch it out for one that's decent, one that's going to work for us. And the other thing is the Speedo. What happens is there's a cable and it sits between two fingers like that. Well, it's actually like that, between two fingers, and it's broken, so it's not sitting straight, so it's not pushing into the back of the dash correctly. So I need to pull it out, fix that up as well. So this has all got to come out so we can fix it, sort it, get it ready. First things first, turn that back off, and these have got to come out. Now, these usually just pull out, and then there is a nut in here that you sort of can't see because it won't focus. That's them. We pull the fascia off, and when it wants to come, there we go. And it's just 3 screws in the top and a couple under here, and we pull that fascia off. Let me just skip straight to it, actually. Alright, so these nuts are just the 17. They only need to be really finger tight. They don't need to be much more than that. You don't need to be breaking the dash apart to get them out. They're a cone seat, so yeah, you just sort of do them finger tight or a touch more, but that's all you really need from them. So you can just put your socket on there. They are a 17, and just like that, they're good to come out. Alright, so those nuts are off, and then there's 3 screws there. Drop the steering wheel down, and it's as simple as that. And then we just do the 4 screws around the dash, and we pull this forward, and we'll be able to get in there and have a look, see if we can't sort that fucking cable out. Alright, so it is the next day, back out here again, trying to get this thing sorted. So we have our first layer of paint down. I'm gonna have to clean up that corner, but you know, it is what it is. So I got that. I got the dash back together last night somewhat. I haven't got it all the way, but I've got to jack up the car and test that the Speedo works. So I'm just gonna have to put a jack under the diff, start it up, roll it up in probably like second or third, just so we see if we get a speed on the dash. Alright, as you can see, we are up in the air. So let's go give this a start. I'll have to open the door because it'll want toucher throttle, as it always does, because 4A's. Yeah, you just check that, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to. If I take the handbrake off. No speed. Bummer. Alright, we're gonna have to pull this apart again. Alright, so I've used a old throttle or accelerator cable and a drill. I pulled that one apart to have a look at it. It's completely different. I can't use the any gear from it anyway, but it does work. The odometer does work. However, I pulled it all the way out because one thing I did find is this little plug was broken off the back of there, which is what that cable goes to. Now I can't 100% confirm it, but I'm going to assume that's why the Speedo doesn't read, but the Odo does. So I'm going to try and solder that back on in there, which I don't know how I'm going to do, considering this is my smallest soldering iron, and it is not exactly small. Like it's like playing what was that game that everyone played when they were growing up? The fucking surgery one, Operation. That's it. So we're gonna go have a crack at that, because we can't make it any worse at this point. So let's see how we do. Alright, I got frustrated and then I got carried away. So that is sorted out now. This section here is painted. Get this taillight back in here. I've just got to see why that indicator on that side doesn't work. Probably just a blown bulb, or maybe I just haven't plugged it back in. But did that, and while I was at it I also put some new Parkers in it, so some LED Parkers instead of the factory terrible ones that you can't see. So yeah, that's where we're up to with this. Okie dokie. And new plates to go on there, replace these ones. So we did it. It's now registered again, so I can start driving it again. Sometime I'm going to, maybe Wednesday afternoon, I might see if I can chop these springs and weld the diff. Either that, I'll try to find some lowering springs, but I'm not having much luck with that at the moment, and coilovers are very expensive, so yeah, keep an eye out for that, because that's now likely to happen. So yeah, fun and joys. Anyway, that concludes that, and now I can put these on and start editing this video. Peace.